stuff like that, and she went back in the field, I guess, to like talk to my grandpa, and everyone was kind of concerned because he was by himself, you know, and everything, and she was kind of a loose cannon at that time. So we all kind of went back, and, you know, I'm not sure, you know, what, I don't even really remember what all was said or anything. You know, she was just yelling kind of at, you know, my mom and Kay and my grandpa and everything, and then, you know, he told her, you know, kind of to knock it off and everything. You know, he was just over the whole situation. He was done. He, you know, continued to, I think he was baling hay or something like that in the field, you know, on the tractor and whatnot. And, you know, so that was, you know, basically going to be the end of it. He just told her she needed to straighten up and to stop acting like that and stuff. And so then he just, you know, went back to what he was doing. And then we were kind of all going to leave me, and then Kim continued to, like, yell at my mom and everything. And she, you know, got in her face and things like that. And, you know, Kay told her that she needed to knock that off and everything. And, you know, I was concerned for my mom as well, with her getting in her face. And at that time, me and Kim, she didn't have an issue with me at that time. And I told her even then, you know, this is ridiculous. You need to straighten up as well, you know, to step back for her mom, you know, get out of her face and everything. And just, she needed to calm down. And, you know, she just got flustered, and she got in her car and acted like she was going to run us over and everything like that. And, I mean, that was pretty much the end of it. And then, like, you know, the cops were called, and, you know, we went back up to the house, and, I mean, the cops never even talked to me or my mom. We just kind of sat there. They never even really spoke to us, so.
Let me take you back to the field incident when Kim got in the car. Let me ask you this: when you say she tried to run you over, can you kind of explain that? How did that happen?
She got in her car, and we're in the middle of a field. So if you kind of think, you know, in the middle of the field, there's nothing around you.
Right.
And she gets in her car and is headed towards us. Like, she's acting, like, basically saying that she was going to run us over. And, you know, me and Mom we had to move out of the way so that she didn't hit us.
During the time that Kim and her mom was in the field, when Kay went to the house, there was a time that you and your mother and Kim were alone in the field, and your mom knew that she had a club in her. Did she ever swing that club at Kim?
No, never. I know, because you know, it may have went up in the air when Kim was attempting to run us over, not in a swinging way, in a matter of, we had to move to get out of the way in front of Kim's car when, you know, she tried to run us over. So my mom never swung at Kim or anything like that.
Okay. I'm just writing a couple things down. Did you ever see just to clarify, you never seen your mom swing the club at Kim?
No.
Did she ever threaten Kim that she was going to beat her with her at any time?
No, nothing like that whatsoever.
And then there's a time where